Rock overhangs like this one right here are going to be your perfect shelter spot in a survival situation. You can slide right up in there, or you can get up under this overhang, build you a fire out here, let the smoke come up, get up in there, and you can be safe from any kind of storms or any kind of inclement weather. Rock crevices like this right here, all these rocks on the ground, if you have people tracking you or following you, if you'll stay on the rocks, they're not going to be able to follow your trail. See all the tracks on the ground? Coyote. There's a coon track over here. There's ways to avoid being detected in the woods, and that's it, one of the ways. And the other way is to either go up and down the middle of a creek, because they don't know whether you crossed up or downstream. Here's another overhang for you to get up into. As you can see, right up in here, you got signs of squirrels, acorns, whole acorns, hickory nuts, black walnuts. They're getting up in here and nesting inside the rocks, which is something very unusual because squirrels normally just nest up in trees. It had got the charred remains right here on this one. You can see where somebody had a fire. You see where the rock is cracking from the heat. At one time, it'll crack and fall apart with a hot enough fire. I'd be willing to bet somebody just sat up in there and had them a nice little break. Decided that they were done with a hike for the day. Well, look what we have here. Got a nice little crawl-in cave. There's been some animal activity up in there. Looks to me like maybe squirrels again. Something's been crawling up in there. Look at the footprints.
Yep.
Huh. Might have ourselves a
Bobcat den.
bobcat den, or maybe a coyote den or something. I don't see any tracks for coyote, but don't mean they didn't come up the rock. I'm not gonna go climbing in there and find out. So there's a cave right up in there. I don't know what could be up in there, and there's a possibility there could be some arrowheads or relics or something like that up in there. But I don't have any of the rock climbing gear or anything like that, and I sure ain't no avid rock climber be getting up there and trying to find out. I can climb trees, but rocks is a whole different ball game. Got a hickory nut right here. There's a hickory tree somewhere nearby. There's hickory nuts busted up all over the ground. But they, squirrels will eat these things. Deer, if they can crack them, they'll eat them. But most of the time, they won't be able to get them. The Indians, the Cherokee Indians, used to take them and crack them open, and they would make a milk out of the shells and out of the nut itself. They would skim off the top part of the milk and then use the second batch of cookings for broths and stews, and it just basically just thickened up a soup or something like that. So them right there are very beneficial if you can find them in the woods. You'd really have to crack them with a pretty good sized rock though. So I'm actually surprised this one's not chewed all to pieces. But it ain't. It's actually quite amazing. There's some things that you can find when you just find them in between cracks and rocks and whatnot. So let's see what else we can find. Got us another big rock overhang. This place needs slap up with them. Got another one there. little bit of a climb to get up in here, but this place is absolutely beautiful. Got a fork coming off this hickory tree. If you look up, you can see where the tree has grown into the side of the rock. You don't see that very often, and you sure don't see it every day. This right here would be a perfect place to camp. You wouldn't be able to do much sleeping, but a good rest right here, good rest area would be perfect for something of this magnitude. Got BB's over here checking out the scenery. But you can look up right here and see where there's been a fire built at some given point in time. It's quite interesting what you can't find. Going up. Just about get to the top of this one. Tell you. You just about have to be built like a mountain goat in order to get up these things. How about that? Boy, that wind's kicking. And it's kicking hard. Wasn't blowing like this down there a few minutes ago. Sure feels like it. I couldn't imagine what these people think whenever they get to the top of Mount Everest. Too high there for me. Oh, look what I found right here. Check this out. There's a blackberry bush growing on the top of this rock. So I don't know if birds strewn seeds and they fell naturally right here and just started growing or what, but they're already spudding out. They'll never make it past this next frost, which is sad, but is what it is. A little rock overhang right here. Gonna take our way on through there. Just following a path. Play limbo.
I am not in shape.
Sure you are. Round's a shape.
It works though.
Well, let's see what we can do here. If this is even navigable. Well,
That's gonna be navigable for you.
yeah. Go around over that way and see if it'll loop around over on that side. I'm gonna climb up and see if I can see around it. Oh yeah, there's another trail over here. There's a massive rock slide down in there. All them rocks have done fell in together. I don't doubt there's a pretty hefty bit of rattlesnakes down in there. So I reckon we can just find out. BB done got lost in the maze. So I reckon what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sneak around over here behind him, see if I can find him. He should have come through right over there. I'm willing to bet he's done circled up and around. just right here.
This would be cool. That's what camp too. Like somewhere up it like here.
I'd be willing to bet that Indians camped right here. This would be a perfect camp spot. Look at that! Look at that rock overhang.
The next time we come here, this is where I want to camp.
Well, I don't know if this is a designated camping area.
Does it matter?
I don't know.
But I got my ultralight that I.
It's 8:30 in the morning. BB's already at 5,000 steps. Y'all wanna lose some weight? Y'all come out here with me. I promise you, I'll get y'all whipped up in shape real quick. Ain't gonna be a problem. Ain't no hill for a climber. And I tell you what we're gonna do. This next go around, we're gonna go right down in here and we're gonna take ourselves a nice little hike. Or, well, I say that. That's a whole nother ball game down in there.
Slate rock down there.
See?
Just like that.
Just like that right there. That's how quick you can fall.
You hold.
Oh, I'm fine.
And that's why we carry a knife act, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, another thing too. You gotta watch these slick rocks.
Always carry a tourniquet.
Yeah, tourniquet does good, but just don't fall on top of a rattlesnake. If you can help it. So, I'll have a good trip and I'll see y'all next fall.
And it's probably just because are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we're wired for this. Like, hand-eye coordination's better out here. I don't know. Nobody needs a treadmill. Come out here.
Yeah, I don't need to run in place. You know, if you ever catch me running, you know something's after me and I've done run out of bullets. Whatever it is mad.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely something else, that's for darn sure.
That's why I say I can't believe that we used to live this way and we still chose to start going to work every day.
Well, there's a drop wash there.
It's kind of funny when you think about it because now we spend our life working to do what our ancestors used to do on the weekends for fun.
Yep. There's a cut through right there. Do you want to stay up higher or you want to come down low?
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go down low. You just gotta watch up in these rocks, make sure there ain't no rattlers in here. Got a squirrel over here on the rock.
Is there even a trail that way?
Yeah, it's a very, looks almost like a game trail.
It probably is.
It probably.
I think we're meant to go up.
Alright, go ahead and go up and I'll meet you up there. Yeah, because I'm already back on the trail. White man done been through here. Somebody left their orange. Come around up here on this other side. This right here is cane. That right there is cane. The buffalo would use and eat this out in Kentucky before white settlement came out there. Daniel Boone hid in thick cane like this that was 12, 14 foot tall to get away from the Indians, and the stalks on the bottom he would lay face flat down and watch their feet. One instance he had the Indians send a dog in after him after they'd killed his brother Ned, and Daniel Boone had to wind up killing the dog so that it wouldn't give away his position or attack him. So there's your plant identification right there. That's cane. Nice rock formation there. This right here is beautiful. Got another trail. That's where the cave-in was at that I was telling y'all about in that last video. The rock collapsed up top and all them rocks fell down. That used to be a trail. I remember coming back here a long time ago, but it's done fell and collapsed now. Rock slide. Erosion does that. It's just part of the landscape. You got a light?
Yeah.
You got your other light?
No. We had to use that to charge everything last night, remember?
I can't see the thing up in here. I don't want to get up in here and find something that I don't want to find.
The breeze in here is gnarly. Is it an arrow on the wall?
Yeah, there's an arrow on the wall right here. Somebody's done been in here and marked it.
Did it open up back there?
It leads into a ravine, but there's fallen rocks. Hey, you might not want to come back here. There's rocks that have fell down in here. And I'm talking about massive ones. Right up above me.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very, very tight squeeze down in through here. I'm not gonna cross it. I mean, I could get by if I didn't have my pack on me. It wouldn't be a problem. As tight and compact as I am, but you know how that goes.
That man squeeze.
What? I think I found another cave. Hey.
Yeah.
I think I found another cave.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm heading down there to it. Oh, nope, no cave. It's not. It's a bunch of fallen rocks. Made out to look like a cave. There ought to be caves all over this place. Pretty sure that leads out right over here. Or up in there. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You smell polecat?
What?
You smell polecat?
No.
I just got the whiff of one.
Musky?
Very. We got one pretty close by. I'm picking up a whiff of it right now. Some heavy foot traffic up in here. Another wash. Look at that nice looking rock. Nearly split plumb in half. It's pretty neat. Going into part 2. A couple of trails down on the lower end. hanging rock. There's trails down in the bottom there, but I don't know. Maybe I can get... Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going that route. Not straight down a rock wall. Got a nice little Midland radio. My buddy BB's up there at base camp. He said I've done hiking nearly 4 miles all over this place this morning. Go down here in the bottom. Reason why they call this Rattlesnake Mountain. All right, let me decide which way I'm gonna go and then I'll come back. Got 2 paths, one down the side and one down in the bottom. As soon as I decide, we'll get back right back at you. Just walking on. Well, that's something you don't see every day. This is a mulberry bush. Sweet. It's not fully mature yet, but it's better than not having one around at all. See if I can work my way up through there. Snake my way around. Nah. Better snake my way on down through here so I can come back up and around that way. It's just trying to balance it and bounce back and forth and do this, do that, run here, run there. That right there, folks, that tree, the Indians would bend saplings down like that right there and let them grow like that in order to point towards either a town or water. That way is the lake now, but prior to Weiss Lake being there, there was a place 1 mile south of center on the west side of the bank called Turkeystown for Chief Little Turkey. That tree is not, I'm not saying is that an Indian bent that tree down. I'm saying that's what they used to do to direct them to a town, was do that. That tree is not old enough to be a tree that an Indian bent.